So my players are getting ready to go on this epic sea adventure, and I'm going to need a lot of boats. Man, I mean a lot of boats. So I got this idea to build boats and craft them out of pop bottles. So the main ingredients for this build is going to be pop bottles and caulk, which I got from the dollar store. But before we get into the video, I'd like to say, hello Knights and Dragons out there, Real Killer DM here, and I'm asking for help growing my channel. If you could please give me a like, share with your friends, subscribe, but most of all, like the video. It helps to get it a little bit more circulation with the algorithm, and if you would do that for me, I certainly would appreciate it. And again, love to have you as a new subscriber. Just so I can give credit where credit is due, Jeremy at Black Magic Craft is where I got this idea for the caulking. So yeah, all credit goes to him, at least as far as the caulking goes. But this skin idea was kind of my thing. I wanted to see how well I could make a boat. So first I laid out the caulk on my actual cutting mat itself. Two things I should point out at this point. One is you'll see my hand sticking here and there. Make sure your hand is thoroughly wet or you will have a problem. And two, when I laid it out, I think next time I would actually do a border in masking tape and then actually do it inside of the border for a little bit cleaner cuts and stuff. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is prep this bottle up. I'm going to take off the top and cut her in half. And while I was doing that, I had a couple of questions floating around in my head. Does anybody else have maybe some good ideas we can do with these skins? I was thinking about making a bunch of tiles that have like a thatched roof and doing a peasant village. But if you have some other ideas, I'd really love to hear them. Another one of the things that I've been thinking about is the Pringles can wizard tower. But yeah, getting back to the build, I cut the bottle in half and then I butterflied the front so that I could make the shape of the prow. Just a little bit of hot glue to hold everything in place, and I think we have the basic shape of our boat already. This is the part I've been waiting for, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint. The latex, because it was so stretchy, I was able to just mold it perfectly around this bottle to create the exact shape that I wanted. The pattern that was in it, I couldn't have been happier with it. I mean, it just wrapped around the thing like a glove. Now, one of the things that I did notice is because it is so stretchy and it does have so much give, it was not very easy to cut with a razor blade knife or an X-Acto blade. It was so much easier just clipping it in small increments with my 3D printer clippers. I did want to mention, for the people who haven't seen my video on making the tiles with the caulk, I am getting ready to do a secondary update video to that. So you might want to catch that video. Those tiles came out amazing, but I am going to do a secondary video, like I said, an update. I'm going to use 1 packet of squares and 1 thing of caulk, and I'm going to see how many 3x3 or larger tiles that I can make for this tile set using just those 2 ingredients. So now that we've got it skinned, I just wanted to put a little beauty strip along the front to kind of hide that seam where I made that cut. A little snip to the excess, and it looks pretty good. And so for this next step, I just wanted to get in there and do a little rough trim around the edges. As you can see later on, I am going to put a border around the whole top to kind of clean it up and to give a little bit of containment for the pieces that are going to be, you know, situated inside. So let me just say this, I really love the shape that the pop bottle gives the boat, and once I get this back part skinned and get it kind of tucked in, you'll see what I mean. That's the shape I was talking about right there, and it just begs to have a rudder dropped off the back of it. So all in all, I think this is looking really good. Let me know what you think in the comments below though. But so far, with this as easy as it is to work with, the only thing that I have to complain about is the time that it takes to dry and set. At this point, I just wanted to get a nice flat deck on it so that I could fit a copious amount of miniatures on top of it so we could have a good sized boat for gameplay. And I think I can get probably around 6 to 8 miniatures depending on size. Also, I should point out, this is a 12-ounce bottle, so it's pretty small and you can still fit a ton of miniatures on here. I really wanted to clean up the top part of this boat. It looked a little shaggy, and so I wrapped a border around it. But for this part, I used the dollar store foam board, and I went ahead and imprinted the wooden pattern on that and then just glued it all the way around. As you can see, I made 45-degree cuts so that they would line up and mesh up in the corners nicely. A lot of people who know me know that I love picking up these little scratcher coins that you get from the gas stations or the mini marts. They have them out for free when you buy scratch tickets and stuff. I usually pick up 2 or 3 of them every time I'm in, and they make great bases for a lot of stuff. At this point, the boat's pretty much done, so I just wanted to add a couple of beauty things to it. Added that rudder to the back end, and then also added a little sprocket that I had for the ship's wheel. I thought, and for some unknown reason, I happen to have this little mermaid that I had printed for I don't remember what laying around, and it is just begging to go on a prow. So I feel really bad, but something happened during the painting and my camera shut off, so you're not going to get a chance to see the painting of it and how transformative it is when you slap that brown wash on. But at this point I will just shut up and let you see what the final product looks like. And if you like it, again, give me a like. We'd love to have you as a new subscriber.